A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome you all for our SST online class. Dear student, we have already started our social studies chapter pollution. We learn about air pollution and water pollution, causes of air pollution and causes of water pollution. Now, today's our topic is land pollution. So students, before we learn what is land pollution, dear student, we should know how soil is formed. Soil is made up of organic material and inorganic material. Let's see from where does inorganic material come. Inorganic material in the soil comprises of minerals, salt and particles of sand, clay or silt. We know whether it's a sand, clay, or silt, all are rock particles. A lot many forces like ocean waves, rainwater, flow of river, growing of plant roots in soil. Many forces break small pieces of rocks that then become the part of the soil. This breaking of small pieces of rocks is called weathering of rocks. Minerals and salts present in the soil were once a part of a big rocks. They were dissolved by the forces of water and became a part of the soil. All the inorganic material in the soil comes from the weathering of rocks. All plants need these minerals from soils to grow. Organic material is the remains of living things. Plants remains fallen leaves, twig, stem, throw away fruits, vegetables and seeds. Animal remains dead animals, small or big dead animals and insects. Remains of living things decay and become a part of the soil. These organic remains form the nutrients that are required by plants to grow. Dear students, now repeat after me. Soil is formed from organic material and inorganic material. It's formed from weathering of big small rocks, digging of a dead plants and animal remains. Process of soil creation is very slow. It takes hundreds of years to make top of soil which is fertile or supports plants growth. Soil erosion. And soil is subjected to natural and man-made forces that washes away the top layer of the soil. It is known as soil erosion. Soil erosion makes the soil unsuitable for cultivation. Loess and a dry soil with no vegetation is more prone to soil erosion. The roots of the plants hold the soil firmly and hold it place against the force of wind and water. The land with less or no vegetation is more prone to soil erosion. More vegetation, less soil erosion. Less vegetation, more soil erosion. Factors responsible for soil erosion: heavy winds and heavy rain. Heavy winds and a heavy rain leads to washing away of a top layer of the soil that leads to soil erosion. Human settlements and civilizations. Human beings are the biggest factor responsible for soil erosion. Construction of new buildings, houses, roads, and lakes leads to the damage of top layer of soil. Even some practices of farming or cultivation to damage the top layer of soil. Human needs are ever growing and new lands are being cleared up at an up unpracticed rate to make more and more buildings, which is leading to the damages of top layer of the soil. Deforestation. Humans are cutting more and more trees for clearing land for their purposes like farming or making new buildings. Overgrazing. Animal grazing too leads to soil erosion as animals eat away the plants that protect the soil from erosion. Gardening. Even we overwater our gardens and that too leads to soil erosion. Forest fires. Forest fires too lead to the erosion of a topsoil. Overcropping. Repeatedly growing same crops on the same land depletes the soil of its minerals and salts, which makes the soil infertile. Tilling of soil. Farmers remove all the plants from the farm, which is called tilling. This makes the soil prone to erosion during rain and storm as there are no plants on the land at the time to hold them in place. Effects of soil erosion. Soil erosion degrades the quality of a soil, making it less fertile or not fertile at all. Causes huge loss to farmers. Soil erosion causes huge loss to farmers as there is much less yield of crop from same land if its top layer is eroded. Harms human health. Soil erosion harms human health as eroded land is required to be added with a lot of chemical fertilizer in order to grow crops, which ultimately becomes a part of the crop and ultimately a part of human diet. Water with eroded soil and chemical rich water bodies there to pollute the water bodies, harms aquatic flora and fauna. It also has adverse effect on aquatic flora and fauna as the eroded soil ultimately reaches the water bodies and accumulates there, leading to an increase in water turbidity. Increased turbidity does not let much light either. The water and aquatic flora needs light for photosynthesis. Soil that reaches water bodies is also rich in nutrition such as phosphorus and nitrogen, which leads to an excess growth. Algae. Algae decrease the amounts of oxygen in water bodies that lead to the death of aquatic fauna. Causes respiratory problems. Soil erosion also causes respiratory problems as eroded soil known with the respiratory problems as we inhale it. Soil erosion harms the natural environment and we must try our best to protect soil from erosion. Therefore, the land pollution is a serious issue that we must be concerned about. Now, we learn that land pollution can be due to natural causes and man-made causes. Natural causes: earthquakes, volcanic eruption, changes in rainfall or wind patterns. Man-made causes of land pollution can be due to indiscriminate cutting down of trees, it means deforestation, use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers, dumping of waste, decomposition of waste, and excessive use of land which reduces the fertility of the soil. Our next topic is noise pollution. Noise caused by horns of vehicles, aeroplanes, and indiscriminate use of loudspeakers has increased over the years. This has affected the sense of hearing among the young and old alike. Along with that, noise pollution also causes sleep disorder, hypertension, headache, loss of concentration, and irritation. Students, let's learn more about noise pollution. Firstly, we learn about what is meant by noise. Noise is also a sound. But what's the difference between noise and sound? Come on, think and try to tell. What is the difference between noise and sound? Noise is a sound which is unwanted, unpleasant. If we are listening to music, all other noises coming from outside are noise or disturbance for us. For example, if we are talking to a person, all other unwanted sounds like people talking, dogs barking, traffic sounds, all disturbance are noises for us. Noise pollution. What is meant by noise pollution? Noise pollution is the excess of noise that is unpleasant to hear and it harms a delicate internal organ. Effects of noise pollution: loss of hearing, psychological imbalance, heart disease in humans. Noise pollution also affects normal animal behavior. Dear students, it hinders the prey-predator relationship in natural habitats. Sources of noise pollution: traffic on roads, railways, airports, industrial noises, concerts, industrial areas, airports, railway stations. They should not be too close to the residential areas. You should wear earplugs when you are in an area where there is too much noise. Students, what we learned today? A sound that is loud to a level that is unpleasant to human ears, causing disturbance, called noise. Indoor noise. Indoor noise. Apart from just being a nuisance, noise can have some serious health consequences, like hearing problem, sleeping disorder, headache, loss of concentration and irritation. It affects on young and old also. Along with that, noise pollution also cause heart problems. Dear students, question is that how do we control this? These sounds are man-made, so also can be easily prevented and controlled. Control indoor noise sources. Use appliances which made less sounds and reduce the volume of television and other musical system. Turn off the appliances when not in use. Close the door when using noisy appliances so it's not cause disturbance to other. Even while listening to songs using your phone, it is suggested to keep the volume low. Control of social sources of noise. Control of social sources of noise. During social events and parties, reduce the sound level of loudspeakers. Follow the rules and regulation of not playing drums in open space.
Use earplugs and earmuffs. This is specially applied to industrial staff and workers who cannot avoid being subjected to vibration and sound, and use proper earplugs and earmuffs. Control noise near sensitive areas. You all are seeing this sign near school or hospital. These areas are called silence zone. Follow the noise limits in such an area. Planting trees. It will help to reduce noise. Some trees like tamarind and neem trees are sound absorbing and hence can be planted along roadside to reduce the noise level. So students, hope you understood our this session. These are the prevention and control measures. Now our last point. What can we do to solve the problem? We have to use the public transport as far as possible. Use bicycles rather than cars and buses. Walk whenever and wherever possible. Throw garbage into garbage cans. Avoid the use of polythene bags and other plastic items. Plant more trees. Do not burn wastage. Use solar energy. Minimize the use of gadgets that cause pollution. Follow the 3 Rs of waste management: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Hope you like this session and hope you like this chapter also. Students, here is a homework for you. In the next period, we'll write question answer from this chapter. Thank you.